Welcome to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews. I'm here with my dude, my boy, my Ramley, also big time Dodger fan, fake ass DJ, girl dad, yeah, world championship gear wearer, Mr. Rodney Lusian.
Yes, sir. Shit, I
What
just
up,
want to
my
get straight
dude?
into some music.
D-O-D-G, D-O-D-G-E-R-S-T,
Oh,
P-U-P-U-P-U-O, I-S-A-O-M, O-M-A, O-M-A-M.
that's
All
some
right,
old, that's some old school Dodger theme song.
right. D-O-G, D-O-G.
DODG.
Right.
Ah, nah, man, they pulled it off. We both got our Dodger gear on, and I was clapping for your gear. You know what I'm saying? Your gear is killing it. I mean, that's the shit they had on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That gear is days old.
Nah, it is. I've been wearing the shit since I bought it. I
And
had to
getting love
spend the
for it.
time. Huh?
I said, and getting love for it. I can vouch for the love you was getting at the Ram game. Everybody was like, damn, where you get
Right.
that? Where you get that at? Was you in Montreal or Toronto, Canada, wherever the hell it was?
Right. And nah, I got it from Dick's.
Pause.
I stood in
Yeah,
a long line at Dick's.
that's hilarious. That whole Dix and Rodney combination had
Yeah,
me dying yesterday. I didn't even put it together till you brought it up. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Stop, stop relating my name to Dix.
And then old boy at the Ram game was like, dude, you got to come up with a better story than that. Like,
Right.
you're the only one here with that gear. Like, you can come up with any story you
Anything.
want.
And we gonna buy it.
And you talking about you went to Dick's.
Right. And then we saw him again later on inside the game. And he gave you another chance to fatten your story up.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, it's been a whirlwind few days. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, all this shit just started blending together. Like, you having on Dodger gear at the Ram game and everybody there acknowledging it. Like, we was at a Dodger event, but it's a Ram game. Then the Rams giving the Dodgers love on the big board. You know what I'm saying?
Which I thought they should have did more of. Like, they just put it up there once. Like,
Mm,
obviously, if there had been a Dodger at the game, I think they
right.
might have put him on the big board or whatever. But I just felt like they should have been at every stop because that's going. I mean, at every stop, it should have been like, dude, that might have been the loudest cheer of the game.
When they put that up,
And I mean, it would have hit every time they did it. Like every time they did it, if they just came up with a different way of celebrating the Dodgers.
I mean, they could have did that with highlights alone.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? High has catch, then Rojas throw, then Rojas homer, then Wills homer, then Yamamoto finishing it off. Like that's 6 or 7 breaks right there. You know what I'm saying?
right. I mean,
That
and
you
it
could have
was
got us hyped with.
it was enough Dodger paraphernalia around the stadium.
That
You
they
know,
were showing on the board.
right, right. They
They
did.
showed the dudes with the championship shirts. They showed the dude with the championship flag, the Dodger and the Ram championship flag.
Right, 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 right.
I mean, they showed more of that than they did the highlights.
Yeah. Nah, I
Hopefully, we get more practice with this.
right.
Like at the three-peat, at the game after the three-peat, y'all better have somebody there.
Nah, because now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like what went down last year. Like
I don't even think they did anything. Right? I mean, but how close was the home game to after we had won it?
Right. That's what I'm about to look up because I know we won it October 30th last year.
Mm.
Because I ended up October on Halloween. I was supposed to wear some shit that all the teachers was gonna wear, like we was all gonna have on the same costume.
Mm.
But then the Dodgers won. I went to Dick's, and so
Got the gear.
I was like, fuck that. I'm dressing in Dodger gear for Halloween.
Mm.
And the line last year was crazier. Like,
Oh, really?
we didn't get in that motherfucker. I mean, we didn't go right away last year. Like
Right.
this year, I was out the door
As
immediately.
soon as the double play was turned, as soon as they said out, you was like, oh.
Last year, it took us a
Wow.
minute. We was like, all right, let's go to Dick's. And I mean, the point in line, like the line was as long. I wasn't, even though I got there earlier, I was still probably 200th in line.
In line.
But the shit moved slower last year. Like I
Okay.
was in it a legit probably 2.5 hours. Didn't get into the store till after midnight.
Wow.
This is on I think they won it on a Wednesday night. I can't remember. It was either a Wednesday or a Thursday. We had school the next day. I had Lennon with me. She was cold. It was freezing. So yeah, all that to say, last year they won it on October 30th. So now I'm looking to see.
When was our home game?
Right. We didn't have a home game till November 11th, that Monday night against Miami.
Right. So that was a good 2 weeks. The parade had already happened and everything.
Right. But still.
This one was literally the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This one was perfect. Like you kind of had to acknowledge it.
Right.
But they could have been more in depth. And I mean, it would have been cool if there was a player there, but that was kind of hard to. Oh, they probably wasn't even back yet, or had just gotten back.
Yeah, because, I mean, the game went on till shit, probably after midnight, because I remember the announcer saying we're now November 2nd. Like the
Right.
season has
Right.
made it to November 2nd. So it was after midnight in Toronto when they won it.
Right.
They was probably in the stadium for at least 2-3 hours after that. So they probably didn't leave the stadium till 3 in the morning Toronto time.
Right.
And they wasn't going straight to the airport. So yeah, they probably they wasn't back in LA. I feel I'd be shocked if they were back in LA by the time the Rams kicked off.
Right. And definitely not to be at the game.
Right. They're not Ram fans like that.
Right. I mean, because after that, they went home and crashed out. Because that's what Vassay was saying. Vassay was like they were so tired they didn't really party on the plane. He said usually the plane is the big party on the way home. You know what I'm saying? He said, but niggas was so knocked out on this one, it was kind of, it was subdued. And I could feel that. But nah, I mean, it was an epic series. Like I keep harkening back on what extraordinary sports times we going through for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just keep growing. It seemed like we was at a point where if it had stopped right now, we could be like, dude, we going through historic times. But the Dodgers now have won back to back. I mean, now they making it really historic. They doing shit. I mean, ain't no team has went back to back in 25 years. And no National League team in damn near 40 since the Big Red Machine. You know what I'm saying? So now they're getting into historic levels.
That's 50.
Was it the 70s?
75,
Okay.
76.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And the
Damn near 50.
Dodgers have never gone back to back.
Right. Nah, right. In franchise history. Right. And now they looking at a three-peat. Like this one was enough for us to be like, dude, this is historic Dodger times. I mean, with how many divisions we've won in a row. But now they got three since 2020. Like now they piling, you know what I'm saying? Now it's looking like for real, like major league history. For a while we were speaking on it like this history of baseball in the city. You know what I'm saying? Now they talking about the history of baseball. I'm saying because that's all. Because we went to the thing at the stadium today, and that's all the players was talking about was the three-peat.
Wow.
Like the owner was the first one to speak. They booed the owner.
Really?
They booed Mark Walter, and I felt kind of cool about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was because of all the other shit that's been going on off the field. Like, and even as he was talking, they kept booing him. Like, he couldn't get him to stop booing until he said the three-piece shit, and people kind of cheered on that. You know what I'm saying?
What? They was
Yeah.
booing the owner?
I was shocked, my nigga. I
Oh,
was,
I love Dodger Nation in a whole new way right now.
yeah, he was the first one to speak, and I was shocked. I was like, ooh, they booing this nigga.
Cause it
Because I,
can't be. I mean, and he now the Laker owner. Like it couldn't have been nothing except his off the field shit.
right. Oh no, no, definitely. And I think it was, well, I don't know, but I first thing that popped in my mind was those ice camps that he's a part of. And I was like, damn, my thought process was like, everyone knows about that? Like enough people to be booing knows about that? You know what I'm saying? Because you're right, he has done nothing wrong owner-wise. You know what I'm saying? It's literally his off the field shit. But nah, I gotta look and see if I got that video. But nah, they booed his ass, yo. I was shocked. I mean, everybody else got unquestioned love, but
Mm.
they didn't really let nobody else speak that you were booed. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't let Trinan speak, they didn't let Tanner speak. You know what I'm saying? Conforto didn't speak. Everyone they let speak were like, people you wanted to love on, except him. He
Mm.
spoke first, you know what I'm saying? And got booed, yo. But he spoke on the three-peat. He was like, we'll see y'all here next year. And then everyone from then on had some sort of three-peat theme in their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Freddie was like 2024, job complete. 2025, job complete. 2026, job starts now.
Wow.
And the crowd went nuts. You know what I'm saying? And Shohei was like, let's do this again. Shohei in English. Yamamoto too. Yamamoto spoke English. The
Did he?
first thing, yeah, the first thing he said was losing is not an option. Yeah, nah. Everyone had a three-peat theme. So I was like, damn. Dave Roberts said he spoke to Pat Riley earlier and asked him if he could use this. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And he was like, but let's go for the three-peat. Roberts. In reference then Pat Riley, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, they wasn't like I feel like last year they were kind of subtle about the repeat. They mentioned it, but it wasn't like a theme. Like this year, the theme was that three-peat. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that spoke, and they didn't let everybody speak. So maybe they, you know what I'm saying? They the niggas that spoke said we gonna bring this up, but Kike spoke on it. Kike was talking shit too. He was like, a lot of my teammates have been cool about it, but I'm here to talk that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and then at the end, he was like, I wanna apologize to absolutely nobody. And the crowd went nuts.
Right.
Nah, it was, it was the bow on the whole thing that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like that part didn't disappoint either. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay. I mean, I guess that's why we brought that up was because we going into historic territory now. But if they repeat, because that same Yankee team was the last one to do that. Because at the end of this last World Series, Jeter spoke on how they thought they was about to win 4 in a row.
Right.
He was like, and then we lost. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, I never remembered that. They was about to go for a 4-peat. Like that's
And I
we got
thought they had got it because then it ended up being 4 and 5 years
mm,
because
uh,
Miami won, like they won in 96 against the Braves. That was their first one. Then the next year, Miami did that shit. I think they beat like Cleveland that year. Miami broke the Cubs' heart, like that whole, what's the dude? And
Bartman.
Bartman, right. That all
Mm,
Bartman shit happened in 97.
mm,
And then they won it 98, 99, 2000.
mm.
And 2001 is when they lost to Arizona when Mariano Rivera blew probably his only save.
To Gonzo.
Right,
Okay, well then that's the year that Randy Johnson pitched game 6 and then came back in game 7, like what Yoshi just did.
right.
Damn, because they brought that up. How the last one to do that was Randy Johnson. So that was in that Yankee run, huh?
Right.
Nah, we in the midst of that because they said, I guess it was last year's celebration after they won it. Somebody was talking to Shohei and he was like, just 9 more. Because I guess he signed a 10-year with us.
Mm.
So now he 2 for 2 though. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think about that until someone brought that up earlier today that he said that, like, how many can we get in these 10? You know what I'm saying? I was never even thinking like running off a streak like that. I was happy to get that first one. And then back to back, it was like, wow, we went back to back. But I mean, like he can literally, I mean, he already in Babe Ruth category. But if we win like 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying, in these 10 years,
Right.
because all these dudes is locked up that long. And that's the other thing they was talking about. Like all the starters is locked up. Glass now, Yamamoto, Snell, and Shohei. They all on long-term deals. Mookie on like a 10-year. Will Smith, Shohei again as a batter. You know what I'm saying? Like the core group, you know what I'm saying? The window is wide open for them. So this was the first time I really started thinking like, what could this turn into? I mean, they all speaking on the 3-peat. Like y'all can just book that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, again, we ain't never been the Dodgers ain't never repeated. You know what I'm saying? So we already in uncharted waters.
Right. I don't even think we've ever been cool after winning one. Well, actually, I think in 55, when they won their first one in Brooklyn, they went to the World Series that next year.
Mm.
And dude threw the perfect game on them.
Don Larson.
Yeah. But I think they lost in either 6 or 7. Like, they gave it a good ass run.
Mm.
But, nah. I mean, like you said, just them beating the Yankees last year was, I've been saying it all year, like I'm on a honeymoon. Like the Dodgers, y'all can't do no wrong in my book on the field.
This season.
Right. And then even as the season went on and stuff wasn't coming together and Vegas still had us as odds on favorite. I know at some point in one of the podcasts we was like, dude, ain't nobody repeated. Like it had nobody even been saying that. Like I felt like we was the first ones to really put that in the atmosphere. I'm talking like this was probably August, July, August, somewhere in that range, probably July, June or July, just like because I know we had talked about it with the NBA when that happened in June. Like it's like, all right, this is 8 or 9 years in a row with a
Different.
champion,
Right. Right.
and it was sort of like, damn, the
Baseball been since right.
and now we just sitting here acting like the Dodgers is supposed to run away with it, and it's like, nah, baseball's like, nah, don't nobody repeat.
Right. Longer than who?
Right. And then for the Dodgers to pull it off, the way they pulled it off,
Nah.
because even I think that's what made the Yankee series so big, because it was like no matter how good we were, even going back to the 70s, it was always like the Yankees, we could be better than them, and we still wasn't going to beat them. And then we did beat them in 81, and you just felt like, man, we got away with something. Like, we just robbed a bank and walked down the street and ain't nobody even noticed what happened. Like, it just felt like stolen money, beating them fools once. And I just felt like throughout the Dodgers history, we've been the underdog. And this is gonna be crazy perspective for like newer Dodger fans. They not gonna understand it because now we the evil empire. But for so long, we was like the underdog, the gritty little Dodgers. Like, and it was a bunch of teams like St. Louis would come through and big boy us, Philly would big boy us, of course, when they entered Boston would big boy us.
Even that year we won it in '88, the Mets was the big boys.
Right.
They
Right.
had beaten us every game that regular season.
And then we beat Oakland, who was the Bash brothers.
Right.
They looked like they was never gonna lose
Right.
to anybody. But it's just a trip for us to go so long and be that gritty little team and getting to them moments and be like, dude, like the moment was just too big for our dudes. Like they had dudes ready to meet the moment more than our dudes was ready to meet the moment. And now that we seem to be taking on that, we just gonna come. Our aura is just gonna be too much for some teams to withstand. Like we just gonna stand there and stare at these niggas, and they just gonna crack through the weight of our stare. And it's like if we can take on that person, I mean, that's a whole. Like I said, you could go back 100 years with the Dodgers,
and they've never been that team.
right?
It's funny because I'm just listening to what you're saying, and Oral was basically saying what you just said today on the post game. After the parade was over, he was driving home, and they was talking about what Yamamoto did and compared it to what he did, and he called in. He was like, I just got a police escort out of Dodger Stadium. He said, I'm hopping on the 110 right now, but I hear y'all talking, and I wanted to chime in, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying, what Yamamoto did was absolutely bigger than what he did. But then, because that's what Vassay was trying to argue. Like, as much as I love Oral, what Yamamoto did yesterday was bigger than what Oral did. Because then Oral hopped in and was saying, yeah, because I guess he only got one out in the ninth inning that he came in after pitching the day before. And that you brought up that point, and then no one brought it up today. Everyone just kept bringing up the fact that Yamamoto went the day after, but he pitched the most innings out of everybody. He gave us more innings than anyone that pitched yesterday. Like you brought that up, and when we looked that up, I was like, damn. And no one mentioned that. They just kept mentioning that he came back after pitching the day before. I was like, he came back and gave us more innings than Shohei. Like he gave us more innings than anyone that pitched. You know what I'm saying? But in all of that, Oral was saying how this generation of Dodgers could end up being the greatest generations of Dodgers ever. And then he was saying, we're gonna be able to look back and just be glad to be we were a part of it. He like my '88 team, and after these niggas run is over, they're gonna look back at my '88 team like we was just a drop in the bucket. Like we gonna be just glad to be part of the Dodger organization after what this generation end up doing. And I was like, damn, and that's basically what you saying. Like he was basically saying we taking on that monster persona now. Like when we won, we were just happy to get that one in '88. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are about to go on a run where you can't. No other group of Dodgers in any other generation gonna be able to say we did that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are gonna be like the standard bearer of the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? Organization. And this was Oral saying that. This is Oral like, dude, these Dodgers are about to do what no other Dodgers have done. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's that's a mouthful right there. You know what I'm saying? From
It is.
Oral,
Right.
our biggest living legend, probably other than Kirk Gibson or Sandy Koufax, but you know, for dudes that can remember it, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that many people left that's remembering what Sandy Koufax did.
Right.
Like most Dodger fans alive, memories go back to like '81. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for right. So for a dude from that generation to be like, man, it's about to be where we just glad to be a part of the history of this team. I was like, damn, he right though. We are in the midst. I mean, even this back to back gives them that. Like no other Dodger team can say we went back to back. If they add anything to this, saying
Right. Nah, I think, I think if anything, that 88 ring and all the other ones, like people are gonna forget the scrappy nature of it. They just gonna assume as we start to pile them up, they just gonna assume like the
that
Dodger
was a
squad in
dominant.
right, the Dodger squad in '88 was like that Dodger squad in 2024.
Right.
Because the Yankees got 27 and all. I mean, they would barely beat us. Like they would, they'd beat us in 7 games. We'd have to kick. I mean, they wasn't, they
It
wasn't
wasn't just
coming.
sweeping us.
Right,
Right.
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 But even us sitting here talking about it, like,
You thought they dominated us.
right.
Nah, but Oral even brought up the gritty nature of the '88 team, though.
Mm.
He still, you know what I'm saying? He was still bringing that up. Like, we was the gritty bunch, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mickey Hatcher. Like, they brought up, because they was comparing Mickey Hatcher to Miggy Rowe.
Uh,
How Mickey Hatcher had hit one home run that whole year and then hit two in the World Series. You know what I'm saying? They compared that to what that homer that Miggy Rowe hit. So Oral was making all the good points. Like we was gritty. These niggas are a monster. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, again, to hear it coming from him, because now he's taking over as like the Zen when it comes to the history of the team. Like you used to always turn to Zen, and it's crazy because that's what was in that Shohei game. When Shohei hit the 3 homers and struck out 10 people, I just kept saying I wish Vin was here.
mm.
I would love because Vin would put this in the perfect historical perspective for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, back in the Negro Leagues, 3 guys did this. But it was no one for us to give us that when it was happening. We kind of just had to put it in our perspective for ourselves. But I'm like, Van would have Van would have put a nice bow on this. You know what I'm saying? So as far as that goes, Oral is that dude now. Oral is the one because he's spoken to Van. Like he can tell you Van memories instead of Van saying it. So to hear him be like, yeah, this is about to be the greatest generation of Dodgers. I was like, damn.
And Rick Monday, to a degree,
Yes, him too. Yes.
was,
Yes.
I
Don't shortchange Rick Monday, but he be on the radio.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like he's a niche information giver. Like you got to go look for it from him. But nah, he's right there with Oral. But Oral's on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like he was on the telecast of the parade today. Like if they had Rick Monday on there, he would have been able to give you some of that too. Because Will Smith is number 16.
Think so, yeah.
Because they were saying he's the second number 16 to be hated in Canada now. Because Rick Monday hit that home run in 81 against the Expos. And he was 16. You know what I'm saying? So on the radio broadcast, they brought that up. But who listens to the radio now? You know what I'm saying? Me and you.
Right. I was about to say, because I heard that.
Right. Nah. I mean, I fuck with the radio and I fuck with Rick Monday. That's why when you brought that up, I was like, nah, he's definitely in that too, but he don't have the same platform as Oral because Oral's the TV dude. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But nah, Rick Monday definitely has some of that too, though. He go back. He was with Oral. Now, he wasn't on 88. He was on 81. But yeah, nah, Rick Monday too. We can't sleep on him.
Nah, because I mean, I feel like that's a top 5 homer, at least in my Dodger lifetime.
Nah, it is definitely
That's a ton, and that was just to get us to the series. Like that wasn't
right,
even in the series, but
right. But we hadn't been. Well, I don't know if we hadn't been in so long, but it wasn't like the drop between 88 and when we went after that. But it was still like, dude, in my lifetime, now we have been going against the Yankees.
in terms of winning one, like we hadn't won one in probably 15, 16 years at that point.
Okay, okay,
We had gone throughout the 70s a few times.
right, right. Nah, I remember that was one of my first big moments of remembering the Dodgers with that Rick Monday and how he held his hand up when he was running around. Like that was Gibson-esque until Gibson hit his.
Right. Because that's not what Dodgers do. Like
Right,
Dodgers,
right,
we
right.
generally don't come back.
And we don't clutch up like that. We hadn't back then. You know what I'm saying?
I
We started to more now, but back then it was like if we don't blow y'all out or if we're not running from ahead, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might hit one on us.
right. We're gonna get
Y'all
Jack Clark.
right or Ozzie Smith. You know what I'm saying Ozzie might hit one, his only one for the year to end our shit.
Right. Joe Morgan.
Uh, right. Teams was doing it to us. You know what I'm saying? But nah, now.
That's the part of being a Dodger fan. Like,
Mm,
and Lennon, other newer fans, like they'll never understand.
that pain.
Dodgers, Lakers, Rams. Like it's been so much pain in all three of them. And granted, Dodgers and Lakers are giving us enough joy to where we shouldn't even be tripping the pain
Right,
they put us through, but the pain be so painful,
right.
it don't go away. Like,
Nah, it's an acute pain. I
right.
mean, because like with the Lakers, you hate the Celtics forever because of what they did to us in the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like even though now, you know what I mean, like the kids now don't feel that same thing. It's like, dude, you just don't know. We never used to beat these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And when I say never, I mean never. So nah, it is like for them, you know what I'm saying? And I hope they don't have to go through that. Because that means we gonna have to go through it. And
Oh,
it's gonna be towards the end of our lives. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I hope they never get to witness that. Like I hope this lasts through, you know what I mean? Till they are age.
Because and it's I gotta be on Front Street. Like fourth inning of Game 7, I was like, man, we gonna lose. Like I texted
Mm,
you, like, dude, the baseball guys ain't with us right now. Like
mm,
when they hit
yes.
after we hit they dude, whoever
He
that
hits our
was.
pitcher.
Right. George Springer, the most hated dude. If you could pick one dude who you don't
in the
want.
league, not just on their team. You know what I'm saying? In Major League Baseball, he doesn't even have to just be on the Blue Jays.
He comes up and hits our pitcher with a line drive moments after our pitcher, after bench is clear.
Right.
Like after the bench is clear, it's like, all right, dude, somebody do something definitive. Somebody do something like, man, fuck y'all.
Right. And
And
he does it.
it was George Springer. And so I, after the fourth inning, I was just along for the ride. And in the ninth inning, when they hit the ground ball to Miggy Rowe and he kind of stumbled and came home, I'm sitting here watching it by myself. But I wasn't in a mirror, but I know a smile started to come on my face. Like, this is like one of them smiles is like, dude, I just got to mask the pain. Because I'm like, this is what it's like to be a Dodger fan. Like, this is
Thought it was
how
gonna be over.
right. Like, they going to fucking beat us on this bullshit after we just had heroic.
Epic homer.
Right. We going to have, fucking Muncy go big fly in the eighth. Miggy Rowe come back. Actually, Muncy's might have been in the seventh, eighth, whenever. Like, we got all these. Actually, it was the eighth. Eighth inning home run, ninth inning home run, huge moments. And then we going to lose it on a stumble, throw home. Like,
He missed the bag. He missed home.
right. It was just like, man, this is the essence of being a Dodger fan. And unless you've been along for this ride through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, even the 2000s, like, shit, even the 2010s.
Right. Nah.
Like, we was good, but
we didn't win nothing. We didn't break through to 2017, 2020, whatever the hell it was.
Right. It was just, so, I mean, it's just.
Oh, 2017 is when we got cheated, right?
Right.
By the Astros.
And then went back the next year and got cheated by Boston.
Right.
But that didn't go 7.
But back then, we was just happy that we was going. Because we hadn't even been going since 88. So we was going and losing, and that was still, I mean, it wasn't satisfying, but it was still like, man, at least we went to a World Series, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah.
It's all that scar tissue built up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I felt like we was gonna win. Like even like going into game 6, I felt like and I think I said this to you. I don't know how, because we not playing good baseball. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if we continue to play how we playing, we're not gonna win. But I feel like we're gonna win. And I know good baseball is in us. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we don't know how to play good baseball. I know we can play 2 good games in a row. We just haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you had said how we only gonna give up 4 runs the rest of the way. You was like, they not gonna keep hitting like this. They scoring 4 runs the rest of the way. You said that going into game 6. And I was like, if they only score 4 runs, we win in the World Series. And they scored 1 in game 6, and it was up 3-1 or 4-2 in game 7. It was like, damn, they 1 run over the limit. And that's going to be the run that beats us. You know what I'm saying? And it was just so crazy how we could put the numbers on it like that. How you could say 4 runs and we be within a run of that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, if we do that, we win it. And it's literally, it came within like a run. You know what I'm saying? To just be able to make that assumption after having no proof. Like, we hadn't held them to 4 runs in a game probably up until that point. You know what I'm saying? And then to just be like, that's it. They're not scoring 4 more the rest of this series. You know what I'm saying? And we going to have to make that enough and we barely did.
Right.
That's crazy. But it's funny because a lot of people was talking about it, but Magic spoke on how they tested us.
Mm.
I had been saying that too. How man they tested us because Magic was like Toronto. Y'all should be proud of this team. You know what I'm saying? He was like, y'all took us to the brink. Y'all made us pull out everything we had. You know what I'm saying? And we did, and we won it. But y'all did this to us. You know what I mean? This was y'all pushing us like all the way. And I was like, man, Magic, he felt it. But another thing he said during that, he was like, I know about winning championships. And he was like, you never know when it's going to end. So we need to get as many as we can during this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's not always going to be like this, and you never know when the end is going to come. And I feel like he was talking specifically about Showtime. Because, like in the 80s, you feel like this was never going to end. You know what I'm saying? Then as 89, 90 came, nigga, and it turned off. And like didn't turn back on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I
Uh-huh.
felt like that's specifically what he was talking about. He was like, these championship runs ain't guaranteed and they not given, and we shouldn't take them for granted. He's like, we need to try to win as many of these as we can right now. And I was like, okay, Magic. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Because he right. Like, and he knows. If anyone knows about dominating a decade and then it just being over, it's him. Because he had me thinking the Lakers was going to go to the finals every year. I didn't know as a kid that that's not how it was because of that man. You know what I'm saying? So for him to give that reminder, like, yo, what we in right now is not guaranteed. We don't know how long it's gonna last. So let's get as many as we can. I felt that. I was like, shit. If we can five Pete, then
Right. And I mean, it's cost him personally.
mm,
Like, cause I think he went 5-4
mm,
in the finals.
right.
Lost to
Mm,
Philly, lost to Boston, lost to Detroit, lost to Chicago.
uh, damn.
So he went 5-4, and he looking back like, nigga, what if I went 8-1?
Right. They be talking about me like Jordan.
Right, like Jordan would have knew he had to do more. Like that
Right.
would have raised the bar, and maybe Jordan being like, dude, I gotta go get 9-10.
Right. This little six ain't shit.
Right. Right. And he's like, dude, I would be in the GOAT convo
Mm,
if we had been a little bit more greedy.
right. During that decade and not thinking this gonna go through the 90s, the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's the thing. He got hit with HIV, which was some unexpected shit. And I feel like that's what he was saying as far as you never know, you know what I'm saying, how this shit ain't guaranteed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something could happen to Shohei, knock on wood, but I mean, like, you just never know. You know what I mean? So when to hear that come from him really brought it home. Like, hey, y'all might not know this, but he's speaking from real experience. He's not just saying this shit. He's
Right.
saying this from the heart. Like, he got wounds from what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So listen to him, yo. He's not just saying it as as a cliche.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it as like, man, it's another man holding my title because of this shit.
Right. And with Shohei, it's funny because Marcel posted some shit on Facebook, and it just had like groups of four. And it was like, which group of this four is the best? And one group had, I don't know, it had, most cats was picking group A, and group A had Brady and Kareem in it. And I can't remember who the basketball player and who the hockey player was.
Well, Kareem had to be the basketball player.
Okay, shit. Then what's that? It was a A baseball player was missing.
And a
I
hockey
think
player
Willie Mays was the baseball player.
with Kareem and Brady.
Right. And then I can't remember who the fourth was. It could have been a hockey player, but sometimes they was doubling up from a sport.
Mm.
I ended up choosing the group that had Jordan as the as the basketball player. It had Shohei as the baseball player, and it had Jerry Rice as the football player.
Mm.
My argument was in this group, we got two number ones, Jordan Shohei. Even
And Rice.
right, and Rice is in consideration. Like
He ain't number one.
he's a strong two. Like I'm giving Brady one.
Okay.
But Rice was supplanted by Brady. Like Rice
Right.
there number one until Brady came along. It was like, let me get that. But in my
Right.
mind, I had already moved Shohei to the greatest baseball player ever
Mm.
before game 7. But I'm
Mm.
just like, the shit he's doing, like he's on a pace. Now, granted, he got to have the longevity, and who knows what that's going to look like. But I'm like, there's never been nobody better than him.
I agree.
Like, if you're going to, his resume ain't built up enough yet.
But
But
it's getting there. It's getting there quick. And because 3 MVPs,
right.
like
50.
only Bonds has did that in like this amount of time, like 3 MVPs in 4 years or whatever the number is. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is his hitting numbers can stack up with anybody, and whoever that anybody is ain't gonna have his pitching numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people like Barry Bonds and I'm like, how many wins does Barry Bonds have? You know what I'm saying? Barry Bonds ain't pitched in one game. Like, he may have the better offensive numbers from Shohei, and that's over longevity. Like, Shohei got some seasons that can go head up with Bonds. Like, Bonds, did you ever go 50-50? You know what I'm saying? But the pitching, and it's not just pitching, it's elite pitching. It's not like, oh, this is some middle reliever. Like, he's a great hitter, and then this nigga's like a middle reliever or a fifth starter. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's one of the best pitchers in the game. So, because like the Babe Ruth comparison, Babe Ruth didn't do both that long.
Right.
And then they weaned him off pitching towards the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when he really became a great hitter, they was weaning him off pitching already. Like Shohei's doing both at the same time at the high level. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's the pitching part. Like the hitting alone goes up against pretty much any hitter. Like he gonna be in the conversation with any hitter you want to bring up as far as their career. But no one else. It's only one other person that's done it. Is Ruth. No one else has done the pitching part
And he didn't do that. Like
that long.
before he hit. Like once
Right.
he started hitting bombs, they was like, all right, dude, you ain't
You
pitching.
ain't pitching. Right.
Go get your
Right.
out in right field or first base or wherever the hell you played.
Right.
So for Shohei to be like, all right, I've had these prolific ass offensive seasons, and now, especially with the Dodgers, like for him to pick up this year after shit went perfect last year, like 50-50, we won the chip in dominant fashion. Now you mean to tell me you're gonna tinker with that?
You gonna add to it.
Right.
It wasn't even a tinker because he still hit 50. He's like, it's not gonna affect his 50. What it's gonna affect is my steals. I'll trade y'all 20 steals for 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? 50 steals. I'm not gonna run no more, but now I'm gonna be an ace. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want that trade-off?
Right. I mean, and low key, I didn't even really want him pitching this year. Like it wasn't until you, like when he first started doing it, you was like, he says he pitching is what he does. Like
Right. He's a better pitcher than he is a hitter.
right. And hearing that from you was like, I like this dude is just really like, dude, this is what I do. Like it ain't even a situation where y'all gotta manage me and I'm this highly valued possession now. Like, and y'all gotta, I'm the $700 million man and y'all gotta try to protect me. He's like, dude, this is like breathing to me. Like
I pitch, then I hit in the same game sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
right. I didn't want him doing it though. I was like, nah, dude, like why are we messing with something that work? Like I can see if we needed you to pitch, but we
Which
don't
we
need
ended up doing.
we ended up needing.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. I mean, the Philly game wasn't an elimination game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, no doubt he was a valuable piece on the mound. Like he fit right in with them other three that
Right. To
just
give us
made.
4 aces. That's what carried us through the playoffs. Do we even use a reliever in game
That,
7?
I feel like that's what makes this year feel different than last year, and perhaps why so many dudes wasn't talking repeat last year. Because I mean, we really just pieced that shit together last year
Right.
from a pitching perspective.
Right. It was all bullpen. We were starting bullpen games and elimination games. It's an elimination game, and we starting the bullpen. Bonda, you starting.
Right, but this year we like, nah, man, we got this unit, this
Right.
four-piece unit.
That's going to take over the bullpen. And I think that gives Dave, that's more love for Dave. Like last year, he had to manage a staff that was bullpen dominant. This year, he managed a staff that was starter dominant and was able to figure out both. Like last year, we didn't even want no starters in the game. This year, we wanted nothing but starters. Like for a manager to be able to handle a squad both ways like that shows a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't put no bullpen dudes in. Or Robleski,
Right.
who wasn't one of our main bullpen dudes all year, but he was like,
Game. You talking about game 7?
yeah. He was like Snell, Glass now, Yoshi, Shohei. You know what I'm saying? We riding with the starting staff game 7. And Robleski. He didn't even put Roki in.
Right. Nah, and they was saying that if the game had continued, Yama was gonna still be pitching. Like they was like Yama wasn't coming out no time soon. Like,
Because they were saying Kershaw was warming up
oh, and Kershaw was saying he felt
for
like he
Varsho.
had better.
Yeah, Varsho.
Kershaw, even when he
Right.
said it, I was like, man,
Right. Oh, hell no.
you sound like Clutch Wallace.
Right.
Talking about he was on the wing when Kobe was playing at the Drew. Like, nigga, I was on the wing like Kobe. I'm open. And
Thinking to me.
for a second, Kobe looked at me and was like, yeah, Clutch, be ready.
Yeah. That's so fucking hilarious. He said Kershaw sounded like Clutch Wallace saying that bullshit.
Kershaw, we wasn't coming.
I mean, I'm glad. It's funny because we never had to make that decision. And then, like that game 3, Yamamoto was warming up in the 18 inning game. He was going to be coming in that game, and we didn't have to make that decision. But Vassay was giving him love for that over what Oro did, like counting that as another appearance. Like he came in 4 games and was warming up for 1. You know what I'm saying? Or came in 3 games because he won 3 games. Like that's another who wins 3 games in the World Series.
Right.
Yeah, got his, huh?
All on the road.
Mm, mm. Which we thought was what Snell was gonna do. Because I was saying that's why we were starting Snell, because he's such a dog for these road games. Because that's how he was against Philly. But in this series, they was like, nope, Yamamoto the only one we can't hit.
Right.
Nah, Dave earned his wings. Dave is a Hall of Famer now. Because somebody was like, he just passed Lasorda.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? With his ring package. They're like, what else does Dave need? And when he said that, I was like, oh, he did just pass Lasorda, huh? And you know how revered he is. And he got two.
Right. And
Dave got three and counting.
I felt like Walter Austin.
Has one.
Now I feel like he got two, maybe three. And he's a great manager.
Right. But
Like,
again, he's one of them names that ain't nobody really seen. Like Vin could have gave us the perspective on him. You know what I'm saying? But from what we know, it's Tommy.
right. Nah, I mean, and okay, so now he won four, but I think at least one of them was as a player or something.
Hmm. Okay, so then three max. And that's where Dave is now.
No, actually, I think he was the manager for all four of those.
Hmm.
55, 59, 63, 65. He got four of
Hmm.
them things as a manager.
Okay.
And even with that, he was overshadowed by Tommy,
With two.
which is why I don't think Tommy's going nowhere. Like, if we was to pick our all-time manager, it's still Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah, today. Today. You know what I'm saying? These dudes got me open to this being really just the beginning.
Mm.
In my mind, I'm like, this the end. We back to back, you know what I'm saying? But these dudes is thinking three, four. And then when you was like the Yankees won 4 out of 5 or was going for 5 out of 6, this team is built like that.
I think
Every year. Right, right. Every year was Jeter, Matsui, Rivera,
no.
huh?
Soriano, the second baseman.
Right, right. Martinez, Tino, you know what I'm saying?
Posada. You said Posada.
No, I didn't say him. So this is that same Bernie, you know what I'm saying?
Them ain't dope
Right.
MVP.
How many Hall of Famers is that? Jeter went, Mariano went. Pettit in? No, I don't think he in.
Bernie Williams might be.
I don't think he in.
Wow. Then yeah.
Because we got 5 on this squad.
Who's that?
Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, Clayton, and Roberts.
Mm.
And that's not even counting all the other dudes that could get on. Yama, Snell.
Snell is in. No, you don't think Snell is?
I mean, 2 Cy Youngs, one in each league. I would say yeah, but when they say it, they say Freddie, Mookie, Shohei for sure. You know what I'm saying? And Kershaw. they don't put Snell automatic yet in, but to me, shit, if you told me he was already in, I wouldn't fight that. 2 Cy Youngs, one in each league, I think qualifies. You looking at Bernie?
Yeah, he ain't in. So now I'm looking up the 98 Yankees. Because they'll tell you.
So he ain't in.
You're right. David Cohn ain't in.
Mm.
Shit. Which is, I think, the point we was making. Like, these dudes.
Wasn't even as loaded as we are now.
Tim Raines.
Hell no. He in?
I'm you say no?
Nah, I don't think he is.
Joe Torre.
He might be.
He in.
Okay.
Joe Torre's in for sure. So that's really only 3 then, huh?
Jeter, Mariano, and Torrey.
Right.
Matsui.
Paul O'Neill.
Right. Tino. Was A-Rod came later, right?
Yeah, he was the 09 squad.
He ain't in. So what am I talking about?
Right.
Nah. So if that squad was winning 4 out of 5, and we already at 3 out of 5.
And I felt like so much of it was based on just aura. Like, we the
Right.
Yankees, we got Jeter, we
We
got
got Mariano. If it get to the 8th inning, it's a wrap.
Joe Torre pulling all the right moves.
And Jeter gonna make whatever play need to be made.
Right.
And I feel like now we got some of that.
Nah, that's what I was gonna say when you was talking about what Magic said and what you was saying about we got tested and then Magic kind of co-signing that. I'm like, this was the formation of the monster this year. Like,
Getting over this.
this was the year that they just welded everything in place. Like, I mean,
Nah.
it became, I felt like, invincible this year. Like, they screwed it, they welded, like, it's completely assembled. Like, the monster's assembled now. Like, and
Right.
it's been put within an inch of his life. And so now
And survived.
right.
So now it knows how to cheat death. That's the final piece of monsterdom.
Right.
Is being able to know how to cheat death. Because people gonna be trying to kill the monster.
Right.
And now he knows how to you
Right.
missed me, nigga.
Right. And that's because we brought up the 2018 World Series and we lost to Boston, and Mookie was on that squad for Boston. And I just remember Mookie not balling that whole World Series and me sort of looking at him like, dude,
are you good?
Right. Like, what's the big deal? Like, you not even balling. Like, we losing because of they pitching more than anything. Like, who's the black dude? The lefty who we ended up signing.
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
He won probably 2 games and
He went to Vanderbilt.
mm, it's fun.
David Price.
David Price.
David Price.
But I can't remember what my point was with that. Just that it wasn't.
We
We
wasn't the monster yet.
and I mean, like, we beat them with Miggy Rowe, Will
Oh,
Smith,
this year,
Max
this
Money.
year.
Right. Like,
It wasn't Shohei, it wasn't Freddie, it wasn't Mookie, it wasn't our MVPs or Hall of Famers. We beat y'all with the others.
right.
Nah, and that's like towards the point that you was making. It's gonna take it takes a lot for a team to test the monster.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
Milwaukee and Philly couldn't do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And they were good teams. Milwaukee had the best record in the National League. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing. It ain't even no guarantee that the monster is gonna get tested like this again. You know what I'm saying? We could win 2, 3 more without even facing something like this. And that's gotta be the scary part to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? What Toronto did, everybody ain't gonna even be able to do that. Like, they pushed us. Like, it's gonna Philly couldn't do that. They gave us a good series, but we wasn't up against elimination.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they had all the lefties. They had the lineup that was looked like ours. I mean, and they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no guarantee that you get to even test the monster like this. Like, Toronto was in a position that who knows if another team gonna get in that. The Yankees didn't do it last year. Like, no one has gave us this. You know what I'm saying? And we overcame it. Like, I kept saying that the last couple of days, or since we won, like, our season was on the line on 3 different occasions where it's literally, if you don't make this play, the season is over. It's not like if you don't make this play next inning, we got to score 3 runs. No, if you don't make this play, they rush in the field. You know what I'm saying? And the umps are not going to stop them and be
Right.
like, no, no, game's still going. Season's not over. You know what I'm saying? If you don't make this play, they rush in the field. And that happened like 3 times. That don't always happen. You know what I'm saying? We overcame that. Not just once, not just twice. Like, that's the thing. You don't get tested like that every run. So, another team may never get this close to us in this run. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part. That's the part that has to be scary to everybody else is we was pushed to the brink and showed you've seen champions fold in these situations. You've seen champions in this situation be like, oh, well, I guess our reign is over. You know what I'm saying? They beat us, y'all. Let's go home. But these dudes did not let that happen, man. Like, and for it to be the Dodgers to do it,
Right.
that's not in our DNA. I think I was saying that in the regular when we was thinking we was gonna flip the switch. I was like, well, have we ever flipped the switch? Like, we're not the flip the switch squad. You know what I'm saying? The thing we could just go into the playoffs playing any kind of way and then get good. That's
Right.
what we did. Because we did go in playing any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, we had turned it on right at the end. Like that last series in Seattle, that last regular season series, we had started playing, you know what I'm saying? Better baseball, but it wasn't a long stretch before the postseason started. It was like a week.
Right. The
And it was
last
like, okay,
series.
right. It was like, okay, they playing better now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because the San Diego series last year was a test,
Yes.
but they never had us down to the last strike. Like,
No, no. They had us in the last game.
right.
And that's what gave me confidence about this year. Was we had that to look back to because it was a very similar scenario. That was a 5-game series, so we had to win game 4 and game 5. But I remember it was like if we lost game 4, they was talking about Roberts is gonna get fired.
Mm.
It was some shit where they had already told Roberts if they don't win this game, they're gonna ask him to resign. You know what I'm saying? Which who knows if that was true or not. But nah, that was the last time we had been pushed. And that's what gave me the confidence because it was like you had something clearly to look back at. Like, nah, we just did this last year. Like, they got this in them. You know what I'm saying? This ain't out they range. They can pull this off, but they just gotta hone in. And they did, dude. Like, that's the part I'm so proud of, is they really just, I mean, and the crazy part is it all changed when Miggy Rowe came in the lineup. And we didn't do that till game 6. It took to game 6 for Roberts to be like, all right, I gotta switch it up. And people wanted Kim in. Or put Edmund or somebody else at second. They were saying somebody, Edmund at second and somebody else in center. So I think he may have done that first. Kike in center. Kike didn't start the game in center.
Nah, Pie has started every game till Miggy Rowe came in.
And then who went to center? Kike. Oh, Edmund.
Edmund.
Okay. But yeah, it wasn't even when he was making changes, it wasn't even a guarantee that the change was going to be putting Miggy Rowe in.
Right, because now people wanted Pieheads out before even the World Series. They was like, dude, how much more of this we gonna endure? Like, we can't. Because when he won the Philly series, like, we was like, all right, there's no way he's about to get a hit. Like, he didn't even need a hit. I think it was man on third with less than 2 outs. And we had zero confidence that he was going to even hit a sac fly.
And look at what he hit. You know what I'm saying? A dribbler back to the pitcher. Like, he didn't really do shit. You know what I'm saying? It was literally a blunder that brought that run in.
And so by that point, we was already like, we should be trying to do something different. Like, we need to be taking.
Pages needs to sit.
And that was before, the Milwaukee series where he went 4 more games without doing nothing. But we were so dope around him that it was just like, But you knew
stay in.
You knew we was going to get into a situation where it's like, dude, we ain't got no margin for error no more. Like, we can't just
let the 9-hole be an escape hatch in front of Shohei, and then Mookie behind him.
Was he the 9-hole? He was.
That's why they took him out, because he kept getting out in front of Shohei, and then Mookie kept getting out behind Shohei. And so they moved them both. You know what I'm saying? They took him out and moved Mookie down. And that was the thing about Miggy Rowe, was like, at least Miggy Rowe gonna give you a good at bat in front of Shohei. Like, Pieheads wasn't even giving you a good at bat. You know what I'm saying? It was like, he may not even make contact when he get up here. Mm-hmm. So that was the thing about putting Miggy Rowe in there. It was like, we're not saying he gonna get hits, but at least he gonna be, you know what I'm saying, taking pitches. He gonna be working these dudes. Pieheads is not even giving a quality at bat no more. And sure enough, I mean, the first game he came in, I feel like he was making the plays with his glove. Miggy Rowe. He made at least 4 plays in game 6 where I was like, whoever been playing second would not have made that play. And then for game 7, he does it with his glove and his bat. I mean, I kept saying, like, if Yamamoto hadn't done what he had done, I feel like Miggy Rowe could have been MVP. In 2 games. You know what I'm saying? He could have won MVP in 2 games if Yamamoto hadn't won every game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This nigga wins every game of the series. Okay, he's MVP. You know what I'm saying? But this other dude doesn't start playing till game 6 and does enough where you would think he could win it. And he said his wife told him before the series that he was going to hit a home run. He was like, I'm not even playing. You know what I'm saying? And then he said when Game 7 came around, she was like, "You gonna hit a home run today? Like you haven't hit one yet. This your last chance."
And sure enough,
Right.
out,
Nah.
out the clear blue yonder.
And it was a real homer. It wasn't like it bounced off dude's glove and went over. It was like he tried to catch it and just, you know what I'm saying? That shit was in the seats. Like,
Right. Right.
whoo.
Enough for a bat flip.
You said it wasn't enough, but he knew it.
He did, but just him being him, he didn't really celebrate it. He was coming around first, I think, before he gave any emotion.
Right. He gave a fifth pump though, like, yeah.
Right. I can't believe this either.
Right, nah.
Believe this?
Right. Who had this on their bingo card?
Nah. And the announcer. Is that Joe Davis?
Nah. 'Cause Joe Davis do the national shit. It was
No, that's what I'm saying. On TV.
okay. Cause I'm thinking of the radio dude. Cause he had a crazy call too.
Mm.
Tim
Nah.
Leverett or something like that.
On national or on the radio?
On our radio. Yeah, it's like Tim Leverett and Rick Monday. They
Nah.
had a crazy call. Oh, Joe Davis had a crazy call on Fox.
Just talking about how improbable
Mm,
it was. Like, can you
mm,
believe this guy? Like
right.
he got in the weeds on Miggy Roll. Like, I'm gonna really tell y'all how
Improbable this is.
right,
Cause I work with these dudes every day.
right.
I
Like,
see Miggy Roll, y'all. He's trash.
he had it all on deck. Like he didn't have to wait. He was like, "Man, this is this dude's first homer
Mm,
in 6 weeks.
right. And he ain't homered off a righty in longer than that.
It's his second homer since the All-Star break. Like
Mm,
he was ready."
nah. And we needed it all. And
Right.
that was the other part that they brought up, how much of a team victory this was. Like damn near everyone contributed except probably Rourke fit. And that was the other part though. Will Smith caught every inning, including a 19 inning, 18 inning game. That's basically 2 games in one day. He caught that, came back the next day and caught, and then caught this 13 inning game. And that was coming off an injury.
And hit a homer, hit the homer.
Right. And they were saying that's why he didn't have that much power was because his hand is still ain't all the way healed.
Mm.
But he had enough to hit that one.
Nah, I mean he hit
Another one earlier.
in game 2.
Right.
That was huge. That broke a tie. Like he had
Right.
2 tie-breaking homers in
Man.
Toronto.
So clutch. I
Right.
mean, that's the thing. Everybody was everybody. Everybody contributed all the way down to the Will Kleins. You know what I'm saying? Coming in, giving us foe.
Who has never been seen since.
Right. I saw him at the parade though.
He made
I
that.
got him. I got him on video walking in. Nobody was hyped for him.
Right. Like, how do you do that? Like, he pitches 4 innings like that, and we don't put him in. Because even Enriquez, didn't we put Enriquez in again? Because
Did we?
Enriquez was cool that game
He pitched like one or 2 innings.
in one of the blowouts in either game.
No, in the 18 inning game.
Oh, right. No. And then I felt like he got on the mound again in either game 4 or 5. I want to say game 5 because he ended up giving up some runs, and it was like, yeah, we pressed our luck one too many times.
Well, the whole bullpen folded in that game, I want to say.
Game 4?
Nah, game 4 was the 18th inning, wasn't it?
That was game 3.
Okay, well maybe it was game 5,
4 was the one that Shohei started. Um,
but it was one of them games after that long game where all them relievers turned back to a pumpkin
except Klein,
because
who
he
did
didn't get in.
right. But I'm just like, how do you have a
Not
dude
how do you not put him back in?
pitch that well, and you don't want to go to that well? Yeah, Enriquez pitched in game 5. Got
Yeah,
no outs.
that was
One
a lot of dudes pitched. Like Bonda pitched in that game too, right?
and gave up one. Like Snell gave up. Snell was charged with 5.
And that was because of the pin.
Right. He probably left with a couple on.
Right.
And the pen was like, "Oh, don't even trip, Snell. They come.
He's all coming in, right?
You don't even have to sit and wait for us to get out this inning. Just go on and shower and know that
They're on your ledger.
the 2 on base is charged to your account, homie."
Right. Nah. They turned right back into that after that 18 inning game. And that's why Dave was like, I'm not going back to y'all again. Game 5 is the last time I use a reliever.
Right.
I'm bringing in starters from now on.
Right.
And that worked. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the reverse of last year. He literally had to reverse his managerial style and made it work. He threw analytics out. You know what I'm saying? Analytics wouldn't have said bring Miggy Rowe in, and analytics definitely wouldn't have said let him take his at bat
Mm.
in that ninth. I'm sure analytics had 2-3 niggas to hit for Miggy Rowe.
Right. Because I damn sure wanted him pitch hit for.
Nah, Dino did too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure that would have been the analytical move. But Dave was like, nope, I trusted Miggy Rowe. You know what I'm saying?
Because if they had sent up Piehead, in that spot, I would have been like, get it.
He could hit one out.
Right.
He has a better chance to hit one out than Miggy Rowe.
He ain't gonna hit one out the infield, but if shit go right and he get a hold of one,
it could go out the park.
Right.
And Miggy Rowe was like, that applies to me too, guys.
And yeah, Dave Roberts was like, yeah, Paez, you going in later. Like, you gonna say the game later, Paez.
Right, but with your glove. And that was another move he made that came in. I mean, right after he made the move, the nigga saves the game. And we thought it was going to be with his arm. They was putting him in to try to throw somebody out.
And I didn't like that. I didn't like the defensive replacement because I felt, first of all, I'm like, Tommy Edmonds is good in center field. And if we get out this inning and the game goes on, like you were saying with Bichette.
Right.
It's like, if the game goes on, I want Tommy taking his at bat. Like, I don't want his hitting.
Right.
So now I did not like that move when Doc made it, but it showed. I mean, and then Paez ended up coming up the next inning with the bases loaded, 1 out. And I think hit it to the shortstop and got Mookie thrown out at home. And it's like, at that point, I wasn't even mad at Paez.
Because the game would have been going without him.
Because I think I texted you. I was like, Paez, give it.
Give it. And he's right. Paez, take it away. Right. But at that point, we wouldn't even been playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was literally like it's because of you that this game is going. So if you want to make an out and the game continues, We can't be mad. You know what I'm saying?
All that, man.
Right. Nah, I mean, we can wrap it up right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a cool jump off point. I think we kind of, you know what I'm saying? We kind of covered it.
it is. I feel like we're gonna have to talk baseball at least one more time before we put it to bed.
Right. I was just gonna say it's not over,
Because
but
they gave out gold gloves yesterday.
oh yeah, we didn't get one.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think Mookie should have won one, but Freddie wasn't even a finalist. Mookie was a finalist. And I'm like, if Mookie's a finalist, Freddie should be one just from saving Mookie. Have y'all been watching us? The reason Mookie don't have no errors is because Freddie was digging this shit out the ground for the first half of the season.
Right.
Muncy too. Freddie was saving his wild throwing ass all year.
Right.
But I
Okay.
feel like that's that Dodger hatred though.
Especially now.
And for Gold Glove, like that's a you know what I'm saying? That's a strictly voted on. You know what I mean? That ain't like MVP. I mean MVP is voted on too, but you can't cheat the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Even though they took one from Bellinger. I mean, Yelich had the year that, good enough to be like, okay, he won it. But Gold Glove, sometimes you don't even be knowing some of these dudes.
Right.
Like, who is that?
Right.
So I'm not tripping. Y'all can keep all them awards.
Nah, I was about to say because at some point soon, them other awards gonna get announced.
And we ain't gonna win none of those. Oh, Shohei gonna win MVP,
Right.
which Yamamoto not gonna win Cy Young. Dave not gonna even be in the running for Manager of the Year.
Pieheads ain't considered a rookie.
Hmm. He may be, but he ain't winning that. He might be considered a rookie though. He had some at bats last year though, but I don't know if he had enough.
Right.
But yeah, nah, I really don't. I'm not even really tripping those awards. Honestly, y'all can keep that. We got the big trophy, and Shohei gonna get MVP. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Y'all don't want to give us no Gold Gloves. All right, you know what I mean? That wasn't our. We wasn't based on throwing gloves at teams anyway. Like that wasn't. You know what I'm saying? That's probably our one of our weaker parts of our team.
Right. Well, yeah. It'll
All right, yeah.
circle back.
Right, right. Well, yeah. Thank y'all again for tuning in, man. If you guys are still here at this point, please subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Dodgers World Champs. You see the man's t-shirt. I'm Kareem. That's Rod. We'll holler at y'all on the next one.